All right, hey folks, we're going to do some design work today for lunch. We're creating a Bastion Campaign system for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition using the Bastion mechanics from 2024 DMG as a launch pad. So give me a second here to check my signal. I'm going to do some quick posting here, and then we'll get to work for about an hour or so. If you're already familiar with the channel, skip ahead like a minute. And I'll catch up with you. There we go. Sounds good. I'll catch up with you after the bump. Otherwise, if you're caught here in space time with me here and now, I'll go through a quick intro while I press a bunch of buttons. Bop bop. Bop bop. So, hey, my name is Phil Kearney. What's up? I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, I publish them online, and I've been focusing my attention on creating content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. That I've been publishing on the DMsGuild since 2018. I've been a DM in various role-playing games since 1987. I've been a freelance illustrator since 1999. And first time I created DMsGuild content, it was in 2018, right, when I just started publishing content for the color mana system for Ravnica, Theros, and Strixhaven. Good times, good times. You know, I grew up back in the Beckme days in first edition, and there was a lot of Dominion style of play there. Characters gaining personal power and then using that amassed strength to take land for themselves, raise an army, have a community grow around them, expand that community, wage war against other nations, and hex crawl with a purpose of expanding territories, and that's been stripped out of 5e for the most part. It's not the style of game that Wizards is emphasizing, but it can be done, and it's super fun when you do. So I wanted to reintroduce that concept into 5e, utilizing the new Bastion mechanics we have in 2024, because they're actually pretty good as a framework for being able to build out these other styles of play. So like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of when we're live here in the future. Thanks a lot to the subscribers. We really appreciate you guys jumping on board and taking an interest in the work that we do. If you are also interested, the full playlist is here for us developing this Bastion campaign system. Here's a slew of books that I've already published on the DMsGuild if you're interested in checking these all out. And the playtest document that we're utilizing today to explore the idea of sabotage and warfare between bastions. Again, that link is right here. It takes you into the document that you can see here. For you, it's going to be a read-only document, but like everything else that I publish on the DMsGuild, once, like for example, the 5-color mana spell point variant rule system that got me started in creating content for 5e in the first place. Like, say, the core mechanics book, converting the spell slots and 8 schools of magic into a color mana spell point system. The entire 75-page document is free to read. So you don't buy my books so you have a chance to read them. You have a chance to read them, and that helps decide whether you think investing in my ideas are worth it or not. So go ahead and check that stuff out. This Bastion campaign will be alongside all those other books once it's done. And so true to form, what we're talking about is we're working on conflicts, sabotage, and warfare. Give me a second here to, there we go. So let's see. Hirelings. This is 10, 100, 1,000. 10,000, 10,000 plus. This is looking at the scale of a facility, or the scale of settlement, or rather the Bastion. If you look at it from a corporation or a guild or a business that continues to expand, like a first rank Bastion starts with 1 Bastion point up to 9. Each Bastion point is worth 100 gold. You can have up to 10 hirelings in a first rank Bastion, and an example would be like a shoe shop. Second rank Bastion is 10 to 19 points. Each is worth 1,000 gold per point. We have up to 100 hirelings, and then we're talking about like a frontier supply depot, for example. Could have like a fort that goes like a fortified Fortified frontier outpost. Third rank, we're looking at up to 1,000 hirelings working, like, for example, a gem mine. Fourth rank, a pirate fleet, perhaps like the Rock of Brawl is the scale that we're looking at. You have up to 10,000 people. And then we're looking at, like, say, Boros Legion or House Cannith from Eberron. We're talking about a global organization that has over 10,000 people working in it. So that's the kind of scale that we're looking at in Bastions. And of the orders that we have in here, we're still developing the specific language, like the codifying what each order does. But there's 7 orders in the DMG that we're complying with. And for, it looks like meta usage, meta point use. Let's see, let's kick on down here. So we have a few different types of facilities. We have a barracks that can supply, that basically has troops on hand at our bastion. And the framework that the DMG provides is that they protect the bastion from attack. And let's go look at conflict. Fall of a bastion. So a player character can lose their bastion in the following ways. Divestiture. A character can give up their bastion at any time, releasing the bastion's hirelings and abandoning the location. The divested bastion is quickly vacated, eventually looted, and might even be burned to the ground. Through neglect, if a character issues no orders to their bastion for a number of consecutive turns equal to the character's level, typically because the character is dead or otherwise out of the commission, the hirelings abandon the bastion and the site is eventually looted. If the characters return later, they can start a new bastion, perhaps building it amid the ruins of the old one. And then Ruination, drawing the ruin card from the deck of many things. To use the special acquisition table below to determine how many special facilities come with it. The new bastion also starts with 2 basic facilities. Table below. Special facilities. Acquisition. Requirement, space, hirelings. Okay, that's not relevant. Well, I'm looking for the conflict. Show me the battle. I think that's probably a Bastion event. Bastion events, criminal hireling, all as well. Attack. A hostile force attacks your Bastion but is defeated. Roll a 6d6. For each die that rolls a 1, a Bastion defender dies. Remove these Bastion defenders from your Bastion's roster. If the Bastion has 0 Bastion defenders, one of the Bastion's special facilities is damaged and forced to shut down. A special facility that shuts down cannot be used on the Bastion's next turn, after which it is repaired and made operational again at no cost to you. So that was a very, very simple system. We roll 6 dice. If we roll all 1s, we lose 6 Bastion defenders. You can have up to 10 Bastion defenders in your fortress, I believe, under normal circumstances. So it would take 2 attacks on your Bastion, and that is incredibly ambiguous. So let's see where else it talks about Bastion defenders and then warfare. So let's see, special facilities. We go to the barracks. For up to 12 Bastion defenders. Recruit Bastion defenders. Each time you issue the recruit order to this facility, up to 4 Bastion defenders are recruited to your Bastion and assigned quarters in the barracks. The recruitment costs no money. You can't issue the recruit order to this facility if it's fully occupied. Keep track of the Bastion defenders housed in each of your barracks. If you lose Bastion defenders, deduct from your roster. Assign names if you want. And then the larger facilities, a vast barracks can accommodate up to 25 Bastion defenders. Rumi is classified as a I think 15 squares. Let's go look at facilities. No, facilities is up. Let's go up. 9 by 9. We can have up to 12 defenders in a roomy facility. Roomy equals 16 squares. Ample. 12 in a 16 and 25 in a spacious. So basically, every 5 foot, you can accommodate one soldier for, or one soldier for every 5 foot square space that you have inside of your barracks facility. You can have multiple barracks if you choose to increase the amount of troops that you have in your facility. That's fair. No, vast is 36, right? So yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's see. So barracks, there you go. You whittle through them and they're all gone. Let's go to special facilities. Let's go down to the war room. This talks about waging war. Recruit option. You issue recruit orders to facility. Choose one of the following options. Recruit a lieutenant, recruit soldiers. You commission one of your lieutenants to assemble a small army. Each lieutenant can muster 100 guard or 20 with riding horses. Should be 25. It costs, 20, because 1 square and then 4 squares per horse. That's 80%. So yeah, that makes sense. It costs you 1 gold piece per day to feed each guard and each horse in your army. Wherever the army goes, it must be led by you or at least one of your lieutenants, or else it disbands. The army also disbands if it goes 1 day without being fed. Otherwise, the army remains until it is destroyed or you command it to disband. You can't issue this recruit order again until your current army disbands or is destroyed. Okay, so it doesn't tell you specifically what you can do with the army, just that you have one. And it allows you to fetch up to 100 troops, which isn't very substantial, or 20 if you have horses. Okay, that's fair. So let's see. How do we want to build this? Let's take this down to the end of the document. Let's go with Bastion conflicts. And then leading, let's see, there's there's sabotage and warfare. Okay, so you can target Bastion facilities and hirelings to you can sabotage or siege a bastion, targeting its facilities and hirelings to reduce the abilities of the bastion. I guess that's a way of putting it. Let's see, by targeting, let's see, you can sabotage or siege a bastion, targeting facilities and hirelings to disable the bastion points. Damaging the bastion points. When a bastion is reduced to 0 bastion points, it is demolished. Let's see, rank, let's see, bastion, and using the stuff that we already have up above without taking the time to tool through it, because what a pain. 2, 3, 4, 5 ranks. That's how the bastion rolls. It has 5 ranks. Let's go with bastion points. It's going to be 1 to 9. It's going to be 10 to 19. It's going to be 20 to 29. It's going to be 30 to 39. And it's going to be 40 plus. One to 10. Nope, I like it like that. 1 to 9. That works out with the coin. Let's see. Damage DC. The smaller the bastion, the easier it is to damage it. So this is the die roll you need to be able to damage the facility. Let's see. Some facilities allow you to issue an order to defend the bastion. The result of the bastion test, if higher than the damage DC, replaces the damage DC if it's higher. So my default, okay, and then we have our damage DC and then defense roll. 1d4 plus 1. Uh, 1d6 plus 2, 1d8 plus 3, 1d10 plus 4, and 1d12 plus 5. So I'd roll a d20 and I would add the defense modifier to the result of the d20. This is using the proficiency dice system that's rampant in the Essence 20 game. I think there's also variations of it in Powered by the Apocalypse. It's also the proficiency die variant rule that's in the DMG. So if I were running, say, a third rank, let's just call it fifth, a fifth rank Bastion, that I'm trying to defend it with defenders, I'm going to roll a d20 plus d12 plus 5. So my d20 came up a 10, my d12 came up with a 1, so that's 11, and then plus 5 is a 16. I spent an order to try to improve the defenses, but I failed. So it's going to stick to the default d20, but this is going to create a complication. If the result of the test is not higher than the damage DC, a complication occurs. If the result is less than the damage DC, a complication occurs. And so that would be in the Bastion campaign system that we're developing here, every time you you issue an order to your Bastion to be carried out, if they hit the DC of the roll, then things happen the way that they're supposed to, and whatever you're trying to achieve advances. If it fails, then the task is delayed or hampered with a complication of some sort. Once the complication is cleared up, then you are able to proceed and fulfill that order. So in this case, if I can't hit the DC 30 in my 5th rank facility because my D20 plus D12 plus 5 isn't sufficient, then it's going to still be a DC 30 for my attacker to be able to damage my facilities, but I still get the benefit of the 30. But I've created a complication inside of this attack. Like there's like a group sneaks in, or something gets polluted. Who knows? That's complicated. It's just a complication that your team now has to deal with inside of your facility. So I should actually put that. Here. There. Buttons. There we go. Okay, so that's the basic for that is the basics for defending. Let's see. That's our damage DC. So this is defending. So the attacker has to hit your damage DC. Our defense modifier, if we issue multiple orders to defend, like if we're 5th rank, we can have up to 6 orders without spending additional Bastion points to gain extra orders. But for every order issued, we'd roll a D12 plus 5 to defend, and the highest roll is the one that we keep. The rest of the orders are ignored. If the result. You can issue multiple orders to defend, keeping the highest result. Keeping the highest roll as your result. If the result is less than the damage DC, a complication occurs. So if my 5th rank guild went all full defense, I'd roll a D20 plus D12 plus 5. If I ordered, say, 3 orders to defend my Bastion, I'd roll that D20 plus D12 plus 5 3 times, keeping the best result, hoping to get more than the 30. If I can't get more than 30, I keep the 30, but now I have a complication. Defending the Bastion, and now we have attacking the Bastion. Bastion rank. I get to ignore that. You probably can't hear it. Let's see. Attack modifier. 1d4 plus 1. 1d6 plus 1, plus 2, 1d8 plus 3, 1d10 plus 4, 1d12 plus 5. Let's see. Let's see. Takes 2 of the max, or if I'm going to roll averages, it's going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to take up to 3 to destroy. We're going to math for a bit. Average of 3 equals 3 to destroy. Average 5 equals up to 4 to destroy. Average 7 equals up to 5 to destroy. Average 5/9 equals 5. Also averages 5. Average of 11 equals average of 4. Probably 5 to destroy. It's going to be more than 40. It's not just going to be a minimum of 40. It's going to be 4 plus, 5 plus. 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. This is probably, let's be realistic, this is probably a 6. 3, 4. 5, and we got what? 5, that's 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is, okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking about the damage. So the damage modifier, the attack modifier determines if we can damage the DC. So attack modifier, and we're going to add in again here the damage DC. It's a bit redundant, but lulz. 10, it helps me think. 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see. Damage amount. So if I hit your damage DC, I can damage you. I rolled it off the attack modifier. I could just do a D4, D6, D8, D10, D12 per order issued to damage the facility. If the Okay, this is pretty simple. If the attack modifier, is equal or above damage DC, the attack modifier is the amount of damage dealt to the facility. And we're going to make a defense roll to try to ramp beyond that damage DC. So if I have a 5th rank facility and I hit a 12 and a 20 on my die checks, I'm going to have a roll of 37. This would have to match DC 37 to be able to do any damage, which means it would have to roll a 12 and a 5. But if I do damage it, it would take 17 points. Do we mitigate, do we reduce the damage dealt to the facility by the defense modifier? Complication occurs. Regardless of result, the defense modifier rolled is the amount of BP reduces the amount of damage. BP damaged. Take a sip. Let's see. Max defenders. Max attackers. Let's see. If the amount of attackers exceeds the number of defenders, wait for it. Defender. Let's go with a defender value of 10, 20, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. This might work. This is worth experimenting with. So the maximum amount of defenders I can have in a first rank Bastion is 10. I have this up above already. I think I have this up above already. Let's double check that. Let's look at our barrack. Let's look at our barrack scaling to make sure we have our head screwed on straight. I think this is gonna work. No. $10K. These numbers aren't lining up the way that I want them to. Let's see. Maximum of soldiers: 10, 40, 400, 4,000, 10,000. Okay, I'm not hating on that. 10, 40, 400, 4,000, 10,000. Let's get rid of the value. Let's keep this. And then 10,000 plus. Recruit time, 1 week, 1 week, 1 month, 1 month, 1 season. I think that makes sense. How are we doing on time? All right, we got 20 more minutes to play with this today. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue playing with it tomorrow. So this is the amount of time you need to recruit that many people. Should actually be probably in a separate category. Max, yeah, max attackers. Max attackers each require a separate maintain order to remain organized, or they disband. Recruit time is how long it takes to gather muster that number of soldiers. Let's see, minimum settlement is the size of community needed to recruit that many soldiers. Minimum size. It's going to be a, why do I always forget the word? Hamlet, thank you. Hamlet, village, town, city, metropolis. Let's see, then size, minimum space. Recruiting soldiers to defend, to attack or defend requires time to recruit and organize and sufficient community to recruit from and minimum space to organize. We have Bastion sizes again. Need ample space. Ample barracks per 10 soldiers. Spacious barracks equals facility size, troops. Cramped for me. Spacious. 25. Vast equals 36 plus. And then we have first rank Hamlet. Population of Hamlet goes up to 100, I think. I'll eliminate that for now. The defense modifier reduces the amount of BP damaged. Max attackers each requires a separate maintain order. max R1 attackers, rank 1 attackers. So a 5th rank facility can have up to 10,000 first rank, or like up to CR1 soldiers. Can have up to 4,000 CR2, 400 CR3. Sorry, 1st rank, 2nd rank, 3rd rank, 4th rank, 5th rank. 5th rank being CR14 plus. So up to CR1, CR4, CR8, CR13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There you go. Yeah, this is like this sort of stuff. I think this is going to work out. Hold on. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. This is going to work out. Let's fix this real quick. Bastion rank. Bastion rank, total troops, max. Battle modifier. 1d4 plus 1. We already know this. 1d4, 1d6 plus 2. 1d8 plus 3. 1d10 10 plus 4, 1d12 plus 5. All right, we already know the battle die, which is both the attack and defense, same time. Let's see it, defender. If the result is less than the damage DC, complication occur. Regardless of the result, the defense modifier rolled reduced the amount of BP damaged. If the defenders are in defensive have structures for cover and protection, roll 1 extra defense roll. When defending a bastion, gain 1 order to you can issue 1 maintain order for free to defend for free. You can issue additional orders. You can issue any number of additional maintain orders available to defend. Keep the highest roll. If the result is less than the damage DC, a complication occurs. Regardless of the result, the defense modifier rolled reduces the amount of BP damaged. Reduces the attacker's damage roll. Period. Recruiting and maintaining soldiers. So to recruit soldiers is one action. To maintain troops, if they're in your bastion, it's just part of maintaining them. If they are abroad, attacking, patrolling, or whatever, gallivanting forth, they have to also be maintained. Your bastion has to be maintained as an order. Your away army has to be maintained with an order, and each unit of troops that you've accumulated is going to require a separate order. So, like, for example, if I've got 800 troops as a third rank facility, as a third rank bastion, I can have 800 troops. It's going to require me 2 orders because each of those 400 cap are considered separate armies. So I have to maintain both of them, and I have to attack with both of them. So I have to issue 2 attack orders. I also have to issue 2 maintain orders just to keep them together. So that's going to be, what is it, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I only have 4 bastion. I only have 4 orders per Bastion turn as it is. So if I've got 2 armies that are abroad, I need to spend 2 actions just to maintain them, and then I also have to issue 2 actions for them to attack. Or rather, could that be part of the maintain action? No, it would be separate. The maximum number of troops you can maintain with one order is determined by the rank of your bastion. So first rank, I can 10 troops per rank per order issued. At first rank, I only have 2 orders unless I have additional Bastion points that I spend to issue additional orders to maintain and attack or defend. This tears down the number of points. I'm going to make a defense roll to prevent that damage. The best, make multiple orders to attack. I'll keep the best result. Multiple orders to defend. I'll keep the best result. I subtract the defend roll from the attack roll, and that's how many Bastion points of damage my facilities take. Potentially disabling like the workshop. If the workshop only has 2 Bastion points expended to only have 2 Bastion points in improving the orders of the workshop, then if I take 2 Bastion points of damage, I could eliminate the workshop until it gets rebuilt. And then each order that I issue to my facility repairs one Bastion point. Oops, let's get this out of here. All right, I'm almost done for the moment. Repairing bastions equals 1 order repairs a bastion die of damage each week. So first rank Bastion can repair up to D4 Bastion die plus rank of damage each week. A 5th rank facility can repair D12 plus 5 per order if I have multiple orders. 1 order repairs 1 maintain order. That's very simple. Four, 10, 10, 3. This might be enough. I mean, it's very simple, but it works. So attacking is with a large troop to deal damage in mass effect. Sabotage is a very small team using precision to damage facilities or hirelings, like assassinating hirelings. Oops. But that is that. You know what? Honestly, that's the core fundamentals. That's really a very simple system that just kind of resolves it on the fly. You repair stuff with orders. You damage stuff with orders. You defend with orders. If you're defending a bastion, you get a free order to defend. Otherwise, you have to have orders available to issue additional defense. If your army is out and about and gets flanked and surprised, you don't have an order to defend it, though you do get to roll the hold on. When defending a bastion, you can issue one maintain order for free. To do so, you can issue any number of additional maintain orders available to defend, keeping the highest roll. If the result is less than, regardless of the result, the defense modifier rolled reduces the attacker's damage roll. By the rolled result. There you go. Very, very simple system. So I need 10,000 troops to do D12 plus 5 damage. I need 4,000 troops to do D10 plus 4 damage. I need 400 to do D8 plus 3. Maybe these numbers for the troops aren't realistic for the amount of battle damage being done. Maybe. Like instead of having 10,000 troops, I could just have 2 squads of 4,000 each, doing D10 plus 4 twice. No, it would still only be once, except that I would have 2 troops of 4,000 each. So I'd roll the D10 plus 4 twice, most likely resulting in a higher number for the amount of damage dealt. It's not multiple damages; it's one damage rolled multiple times to keep the best result. That keeps it very simple. It's a way to damage your facilities, but not completely wipe them out. And I guess we'll finish up like this. Each week, each bastion turn of battle reduces the troops by 1 rank. So if I started with 4,000 troops after a week of battle with another troop of equal size, they would both whittle down to 400 apiece. Each bastion turn of battle reduces the number of troops by 1 rank. 40 becomes 400, becomes 40, 40 becomes 10, 10 becomes 0. When attackers lose the same number of as the defenders, not rank of defenders. So if my 400 became, if I have an attacking force of 4,000, and after 1 week, that 4,000 is reduced to 400, so that's 3,600 troops that are lost. If my attackers had 4,000 troops also, they would similarly be reduced 3,600 down to 400. If they came at me with 10,000 troops and I lost 3,600, I would still have 6,400 troops. So I would still be operating above, I'd still be operating in 5th rank because I still have 6,400 troops. So I can afford to lose. If I lose another, now they're down to 400 troops. So if they lose again after another week, they are down to 40. Losing another 360. My 6,400 would be reduced down to about 6,000 troops at that point. It's so dark over there. My face is dark. Anyway, yeah, down to 4,000. Down to 6,000. So I'm still operating at 5th rank while my defenders are now operating at 20. I would then, on the 3rd week of being attacked, I would be reduced to 10. There's each bastion turn. Each bastion turn that the defender loses BP, reduce the number of defenders by 1 rank. You can choose to reduce the troops by 1 rank. So instead of losing BP, you can lose troops and defense dice as a result of it. When an attacking army fails to damage fails the attack roll, reduce the troops and attack die by 1 rank. That makes sense. So if you fail a die roll, your troop shrinks in size. If my Bastion takes damage, you can choose to reduce the troops and defense die by 1. But when the army attacks and fails the attack, it loses troops without gaining any progress, reducing its die. That makes perfect sense. All right, I'm pretty happy with this so far. So that's my hour lunch. I'm going to kick out of here from now. I'm going to let this ruminate overnight, and then when we come back tomorrow, so that's just general warfare. When we come back, we'll look at sabotage, and then we'll suss out some nuances there. So that's it for now, guys. I'll be back tomorrow morning to do more Eberron Undead art. I'll be back in the afternoon tomorrow as well. Probably like around 11 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, I've got an early day. All right, I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Thanks all for checking this stuff out. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. See you on the other side. Cheers.